Oh, sorry, you're not seeing it. There we go. I missed the... No, literally no one told me we weren't showing the fucking screen. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's do that intro again. I wouldn't normally watch a 50-minute video, but this is a special one. The loading's making it even better. I love the way that Linus is showing. Linus is presenting himself right now. Well, I don't know what to do the intro now. We lost the intro, so let's just move on. Let's watch the video.
There can be no perfect Linux PC. But
yes,
what
there
we
is.
can build is the perfect Linux PC for...
Wait, a ProArt monitor? Why the fuck are you giving him a ProArt monitor? Wait, what is Linus doing that he needs a Pro... He's not doing any graphic stuff. Is this just to flex?
For the creator of Linux, who...
There can be only one.
Hold up, we actually have a perfect... We actually have a perfect image to go with this now. Richard Stallman Katana. Holy shit. I didn't think we would ever get... a companion to this image. Somehow, years later, this has happened. Incredible.
Be only one.
Amazing.
Or, hear me out. You guys could just build a PC together.
True.
Oh, okay.
That could work.
That
Yeah.
could work.
For the folks too young to catch the Highlander reference, the joke is that we are both Linus, and this can only end with one of us losing our
As
head.
I was saying before I screwed up the intro, Linus has like a retainer or like braces. I'm actually impressed that he manages to speak as clearly as he does with it. I know a lot of people really struggle with that.
My mind is blown, so maybe that counts?
There's
Guys,
like you can hear like a bit of the S, the like S every time he says one of those sounds, but like overall he managed to like, I don't know how long he's had it for. So maybe he's had it for a while now. But yeah, he's clearly gotten used to it. I don't watch Linus' stuff at this point.
When I shot my shot asking the original Tech Linus to come and do a collab with us, I had no idea what he'd say. I mean, he's kind of a big deal, known for minor contributions to modern technology, like Git and the Linux kernel. But he's here, the granddaddy of the operating systems that power everything from the Android phone in your hand to data centers around the world.
I don't have this much. How do I handle this much energy, man? I just let me sit down.
More recently,
I'm old
your
now.
new gaming PC. All thanks to the incredible work of open source
He does
developers
not know what
and
to do.
corporate
Like,
sponsors.
he's been on camera plenty of times. Like he's done a lot of interviews. Every year he does a talk with Dirk Hondo. He does a talk with Dirk Hondo at the Linux Summit. But like a YouTube style video, I don't think he's done before.
Like Valve, and I get to build a computer with him and ask him some of your questions.
And you think I'm the awkward one?
Sorry. Look, I know that fangirling does make you a little bit uncomfortable.
Yes.
But you are here right now in my studio, and this is so cool. So I'll tell you what.
Sure.
If you could just quickly
Is
sign
this
my
first time
copy
you've been with a
of this,
YouTuber?
and then I'll.
I'm like for like a YouTube style video, yeah, probably. He's done like podcasts before, so he's at least done that. But like this style of thing, I don't think so.
I'll settle down, I promise.
Okay.
How cool is this, you guys? He made it out to fake Linus from the real one. This is officially more valuable to me than this message from our sponsor.
What a segue.
Oh, new is the all-in-one. It's got the ads you need. Unsubscribe from those other guys.
They've gone high production value with the sponsors now, haven't
You
they?
haven't written anything more recent autobiographically, so I went with this and the Wikipedia page. So that's about.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, this was literally what we talked about earlier, that I'll do anything once, like
Right.
come here.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay, no, I enjoyed the writing part. I do want to point out the David Diamond part. I actually wanted him to have the same font size as my name, but
Oh, really?
the publisher said no.
They were right.
It was very much a collab.
He made that very clear in the parts the italicized parts that are kind of his version of the telling of the story. But I really enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to hopefully asking you questions that are not.
I've seen that image clipped a few times.
Enjoyed this, and I'm looking.
Yeah, I've seen this one. I've seen this one floating around around Reddit quite a bit.
Looking forward to hopefully asking you questions that are not thoroughly covered by your own autobiographical works. But
From 25 years ago.
I was going to ask you, that is one of my questions, is do you feel as detached from what you wrote then as I might be from something that I wrote when I was 19?
I actually don't remember what I wrote.
Oh, okay. So then you might have forgotten the meaning of life, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's in there.
That's in there.
Yeah, it's entertainment, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And sex is a perfect example. It started for survival, and then it became for
He's like, wait, did I actually write this? Fuck.
society,
Did I actually
and then also entertainment.
say, yeah, the entertainment part.
No, you were quite explicit in both meanings.
Okay.
Anything once, right? We're not done yet, so you still have to do more.
Just walks out.
When you say Linus, just to clarify, say a false Linus or something.
Fake Linus.
Fake Linus, yeah.
Yeah.
Today I can live with that. Now you didn't
Oh yeah, this is like the be-all and end-all. Can we stop with the whole, it's actually Linus. His name's not Linus, it's actually Linus. People like still keep this up. They've been doing it for so many fucking years. He said in an interview like 20 fucking years ago, when he speaks English, it's Linus. When it's in Finnish, it's Linus. Can we, like, just stop with that? That gets brought up in the video? Yeah, I'm not surprised.
interview with ZDNet a number of years back about your daily driver computer, which you built yourself. And
I do remember
we
this
actually
article.
replicated that build. What did you think of our video?
Oh, the one I never saw?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, sorry.
I knew that was going to happen. And so the next thing I was going to ask you is, what about this video? Are you going to watch this video?
I probably won't because I will be feeling way too self-conscious to actually
Understandable.
watch it. But I might have to just because I will probably get emailed comments and then I will,
You will.
have to wonder about the comments.
You
And
will.
I love that comments to you are email.
It's the only media I use. Yeah, I don't do the whole social media thing. So it's,
He has a Mastodon account. I don't know how... He's probably posted it a few times. I don't think he actively uses it, though. But he's definitely... There was a period, like, at least 5 years ago where he did start to use Mastodon.
text for my family or email for everybody else.
Right, so I can text
Understandable.
you.
You actually can text me now, yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. So you know what? Even though I am not one of the couple of dozen Torvaldses on the planet,
Right.
I also have a made-up last name. So my mom broke from her family, changed her name, and then got my dad to agree to use her name for me.
Okay.
So I'm also Linus, with also a last name with no genealogy whatsoever attached to it, which I thought was a weird thing for us to have
That
in
is
common.
strange, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, there's literally maybe 20 Torvaldses in the whole world because, yeah, my grandfather made
didn't know that.
name up for very similar reasons.
Dude, this is so much fun. You are actually doing amazing. It's nothing like that night that you barely slept before your first major speaking engagement.
Right. You really did read the book.
Of course.
Good on you.
What, you think I would fake it?
I don't know.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame on people who collaborate with people and don't actually read their book ahead of time.
Well, I didn't watch your videos, so.
That's fine. I am the beta Linus today, so I fully accept that that's going to be what happens. What else is going to happen is we are actually going to
What
build
a
a computer at
setup
some
this
point here.
is.
And if you watched our last video, It's fine you didn't. But if you have your computer, then this may be familiar to you. We are starting with an AMD Threadripper, this time a 9960X. This is a 24-core, 48-thread CPU that I imagine is going to absolutely rip.
How much are we paying for a 9960X now? What are they going for? Shopping. About 2,500 Australian. Okay. It's a big boy CPU.
It up for writing emails.
It's not the only thing I do, but I do spend a lot of time actually reading emails more than writing them because
You can fit so much email in this bad boy. But of course, you do have some high performance demanding needs.
Yeah,
like,
compiling
say, for
the kernel.
example,
yeah, I do compile the kernel a lot. So it's part of my test requirements that when I merge other
They haven't given him any notes to go off of. This is just like fake Linus just needs to like push him to say the right things. This is gonna be an absolute mess.
people's code because I don't code myself very much anymore. One of the things I do between every single merge is compile the whole kernel with every module I can. And that's where you want something fairly powerful.
I wonder how long it would
and
take
I
to
mean,
compile the code
I'm
with
sure, you know, NVIDIA is probably working on a way to make code compilation GPU accelerated, but is CPU still the way to go?
Yeah, and I can use as many cores as they can give me.
Why did we cheap out on him?
Oh, because I mean, people ask me what I want. And I was like, I don't want the crazy high end because I want it to be quiet and reliable and not like insane in any particular direction. So
You know what? We actually take a very similar approach with our editing workstations.
That's fair.
You know, the writers or whatever, they can play around with the latest generation stuff.
Yep.
They're always one step down.
See? I fucking tell you people. Everyone's like, oh, Brodie, why do you buy the prior gen? This is why. Let other people deal with the bullshit. I want my system to be stable.
Because I just want it to work.
Exactly.
I think I've always wanted to have something that just is reliable.
Yep,
And
yep,
that's to
yep.
me, I mean, that comes
How you doing,
first.
Yogi? Welcome.
It needs to be something I can trust and work with.
Mm-hmm,
And then within that envelope, it needs to perform well and not be crazy bleeding edge.
And he's letting me build it.
Yeah, that may be. Let's see.
I'm having way too much fun today. This is like the best day I've had in the office in like a very long time. Seriously. Okay, I'm sorry. I said I would stop. Okay, I'm done. Choosing a motherboard for Linux is pretty straightforward. You want all of the usual things you want.
You want one that has a CPU socket. It actually doesn't matter.
Of a motherboard. Nice, robust cooling, good power delivery, all the I/O that you want. But of course, you want.
What do
make
we got
sure
on this
that
board? What are we
cooling,
looking at?
Good power delivery, all the.
You say IO and show. I fucking hate you.
The I/O
You better
that
show the
want,
back.
But of course, you want to make sure that all of the onboard components are supported by Linux. One of the big things that we looked
what-
for
what
in
is
a
the-
platform
what is
for
the
you
board?
was support for ECC memory
Okay.
as well.
Yep.
Can you talk a little bit about why
Okay, TRX 50. TRX 50 motherboard. I think this is it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we found it. This is a $1,900 motherboard, by the way. Show me the IO. Here we go. That is what we are looking at. He hasn't posted on Mastodon in like a year, I think. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I stopped posting on Mastodon like a month or so ago. I fucking hate the platform. Where is your picture? Here it is. Every time I'm on Mastodon, it feels like people just want to fight. So we have a flashing button. What's wrong with Mastodon? Nothing wrong with Mastodon. It's just the people that use Mastodon. We have Wi-Fi on board, line in, line out, mic, USB, DisplayPort. We're not going to use that anyway. Dual 10 gigabit, okay. 2 USB-C ports, one of them being DisplayPort, Okay, this is a pretty standard board. Pretty standard board. It's a $1,900 standard board, but it's a pretty standard board. Besides the dual 10 gigabit.
Why that's so important.
I don't understand why people don't require ECC.
Anything that, like, anything where you can host your own server, there's going to be people doing criminal behavior. See, I'm just side tangenting about Mastodon right now. The main reason I like Twitter a lot more than Mastodon is when I don't want to deal with politics, if I just go like a couple of pictures of anime boobs, my entire thread is nothing but anime boobs. And I just don't have to think about politics for like a week after that. But on Mastodon, because there's no recommendation algorithm, if people are arguing about politics on your thread, you're going to see nothing but people arguing about politics.
In their machines.
That's honestly the main reason I stopped using it. Like, Mastodon is just incredibly stressful. Based algorithm manipulation strategy, exactly. Just if you interact with posts, if you want to stop seeing a kind of post, just go and interact with like whatever your like other thing is that you just prefer seeing. Anime boobs, cat pictures. I don't know. I like seeing like car crash videos. If you go like 3 or 4 of them, the algorithm's going to be like, okay, you really want to see this, and then it'll just show you nothing but that.
Because being able to trust your machine is like the #1 thing. And without ECC, your memory will go bad. It's not a question of when, it is a question of when. I mean, it just might take a few years. So when I built the machine you apparently shot a video around, I could not get ECC. And I said,
it was Beard Linus! Oh, that was a while ago.
Whatever, I'll get reasonable
Man, I miss Beard Linus.
RAM, and it worked fine. It worked fine for a couple of years. And then
It's weird how many people like to watch car crashes. Wait till you find the people that like to watch animals hunting each other. If you go on Instagram, there is a lot of footage of like tigers hunting deer, of like wolves going after whatever. Like there's a lot of this, and there's a lot of people that really like it.
Years goes by, and I start seeing oopses, I start seeing segmentation violations. I'm obviously doing this on
Dashcam Australia is one of the best channels, I agree.
Linux kernel that is being developed right now, and my first reaction is, oh no, we have a bug.
Right.
And I spent days.
Right, yeah, if you're the one compiling the kernel, adding in new patches, and out of nowhere your system starts crashing, the logical idea is, oh yeah, it's probably me fucking up.
On trying to figure out what the bug was, until I just realized, no, it wasn't a bug at all. It was my machine was not reliable.
So for you, this is not a question of, I have to reboot my system because my game crashed.
Correct.
This is a question of, I am working on software that millions of people around the world rely on. I need to know.
Right. I absolutely need to trust my machine. And I mean, it's a big thing, and I'm convinced that all the jokes about how unstable Windows is and blue screening, I guess it's not a blue screen anymore, a big percentage of those were not actually software bugs. A big percentage of those are hardware being not.
That's actually such a good point. A lot of people, and not just the whole like hardware being issue, a lot of people blame the blue screen. Like, people look at the blue screen like, oh my god, it's a blue screen. I hate blue screens. Like, no. You don't hate blue screens. You hate what caused the blue screen. And in a lot of cases, like, if you've got like a faulty RAM module, or like, I don't know, your CPU is not seated properly, or there's like a million different, your power delivery is kind of funky, it like shorts a minor amount. Like, so many things can go wrong with a PC. It's like a really complicated device.
Not reliable. And I mean, in the gaming community, you also do overclocking, so you get extra unreliability from that. You will find articles that talk about how DDR has ECC built in, but no,
it doesn't.
It really does not. Some of them have ECC on the chips themselves.
Right.
But then if something goes wrong between the DIMM and the CPU, you will never know. So you need to have end-to-end ECC.
I actually think that's one of the more egregious marketing claims of our current era here right now.
I find that so irritating. It's a thing with me. I do not touch machines that don't have ECC.
Well, this one does. Thanks, Kingston, for sending this over. I know you hate voicemail.
Yeah.
That's another thing that we can bond over. I hate.
Well, I don't hate voicemail as much as I hate Zoom calls and things like that. I would not have gone through COVID if I had to like Zoom call every day like some people I know, because I would have I mean, there's no way.
Jesus fucking Christ. Uh-huh. Did you see Corsair getting sued over RAM needing XMP to enable max speed? I did hear about that. They shouldn't advertise it. They shouldn't advertise the XMP speeds, like, out of the box. Well, he said he was going to shoot himself if he had to be on Zoom calls every day. I think with the whole XMP thing, they should show, like, the regular speed on the... They should be required to show both the regular speed and the XMP speed.
Maybe don't include that part, but...
See, I must have done this, but I don't remember.
Oh, wait, why am I building your computer? You know how to build computers.
I don't build computers anymore. Literally, it's 5 years since I built my last one. If you want me to build something, actually, this is what I built. I brought it for you.
We're getting show and tell?
We're getting show and tell. This I built.
Hold on. Okay, let me try and figure it out.
What are we looking at?
Okay, it has a button. It has a dial. It has power.
Oh, it's a guitar effects pedal. It's a bad one, don't get me wrong. It's a horribly bad one. You'd never use this in real life.
Right.
But I enjoy designing these things. And I actually solder these small pieces myself. I built this at home.
Oh, these do help you see better. But do these make me look smarter?
I can't tell
Oh
them
my
apart.
That's a fucking look. Oh my god. He knew. Okay, that Linus is a clip farmer.
And I actually soldered
He knows
these
exactly
small
what he's doing
pieces
here.
myself.
I'm
I
gonna
built
use
this at
glasses.
home.
Oh, these do help you see better. But do these make me look smarter?
This dude is a fucking clip farmer. Nerd emoji. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing here. He's been doing YouTube for so fucking long. He knows what this looks like without even thinking about it.
I can't tell them apart.
Do I
now.
look like the smart Linus now?
No.
Now tell me this. Is there footage of you using this and showing what it sounds like?
Oh, hell no. That's
Yeah.
never going to happen.
That's never-
I don't actually play guitar.
He's the one to build
Oh,
a
there
effects
you
pedal.
have it. Soon to be available from Linus Torvalds
Right,
guitar
I mean, this is
accessories.com.
This is like the LTT store, except bad quality.
Oh, did we get him some stuff? Does he have a care package? By the way, there's no pressure to take any of the stuff from the store. If you don't like it, you just say you don't like it, and we'll work hard. We'll make something better for you later. And this is not an endorsement in any way. It's just a gift. He doesn't have to say anything nice. In fact, you don't even have to look at it right now.
No, it looks like a perfectly cromulent bag.
Now that is a
That's
reference.
an endorsement.
That is a reference that I personally appreciate very much. The next thing we're going to need is some storage. Last time around, you went with a giant 4 terabyte storage drive and ended up using...
Like a few hundred megs out of it. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask...
Does he just do nothing else on his computer beside... I know obviously his job is the kernel, but does he do nothing else on his computer besides just compiling code?
Okay, why is that? Do you have like a NAS that you use for archival storage, or what's your data storage approach?
Right. No, my data storage approach is I upload it on the internet, and if it's worth saving, somebody else will save it for me.
Clearly, you specifically requested that we have a reference to either Highlander or Mad Max in the intro, so you must enjoy films, but you don't back up anything yourself.
No. And I mean, everybody does video streaming these days. I mean,
Of course.
nobody does.
Nobody downloads Linux ISOs. I mean Linux ISO. I mean,
Even a Linux ISO is whatever, a few hundred megs.
When was the last time he installed a distro? Wait, Torvalds is a fucking Fedora user. When the fuck did he last download his distro?
How many of those do you have on your computer right now?
Well, let me, depending on the way you mean it. So
Yeah, a lot are that size, but he uses Fedora Workstation.
Linux ISOs is a slang for pirated media.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that a thing?
see, I am so naive in some ways.
That's fine.
I tried-
Everyone is. No one got that fucking joke.
To get him to do the, excuse me, I'd like to interject for a moment.
Good
but
luck
he
with that.
He didn't get the reference, or didn't think it was funny, or something.
Both.
I tried, you guys.
I can't tell if he's trolling. I don't
If you
know.
enjoyed what you've seen so far, we have a ton of exclusives over on Floatplane, including some behind the scenes and even some staff hanging out with Linus to ask him some questions. Go check it out at lmg.gg/floatplane.
I mean, I'd like to interject for a moment, though. Our community submitted some questions, and you were just talking both about Linux and Git. And they want to know, out of your two most famous brain children, which one are you most proud of?
Oh, Linux by far. I don't think people understand how
Git, the reason Git exists, he didn't want to make Git. Git exists because everything else sucked. Linux was something that he was passionate about. He was happy to use BitKeeper if they didn't fuck around with the license. They used BitKeeper for a couple of years. If anything else was better, he wouldn't have made Git.
little I did for Git. I did just the basic initial design.
Also, yeah, didn't he give up the project like 2 months in? I feel like he handed it off to someone like basically straight away. Let me see. Yeah, he started the project in April 3rd, 2005, and then handed over maintenance to Junio Hamano on July 26th. Like, he just gave up with it like 3 months later.
And hey, I'm proud of that. I think Git does things really well, and the design is good, and so much better than anything that came before it.
Only
that
a little bit proud of it.
There's pride there, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I worked on Git for 6 months. And
Oh,
the
so
moment
6?
I found
Okay.
somebody who I felt could take it over, I threw it over the fence and said, you go, right? And Junio has done an admirable job, and he's been working on it for 20 years. I didn't work on it for 20 years. To me, Git was something I needed for Linux,
Yeah,
and Linux is my child.
So that's like having a second child so that you could enhance your first child.
So you could
I
throw it
worry
away.
about your children
with
sometimes.
spare parts, maybe.
Then why did you have 3, Linus?
Something Linus is not gonna... he's not gonna ask him about it, but this is not the only project that Torvalds made. There is another one. There is a diving project. I'm forgetting the name of it. Torvalds diving app. Yes, Subsurface. I assume he handed this off to someone else as well. Yeah. So this is, in case anyone doesn't know, one of his hobbies, probably his only hobby, is diving. Scuba diving. And he made some, like, scuba diving tracking software, like, at some point many, many years ago. 2011, there you go. 2011 is when he made it. I assume... Yeah, wait, Dirk Hondel runs the project. Yeah, so he made it in fall of 2011, handed off to Dirk Hondel a year later.
Literally, I started Git. I never wanted to do source code.
Maybe I should do a video on that. The Linus Torvalds project no one ever talks about.
control management. I felt it was almost as boring as databases. I never want to do databases.
I mean, in
Things
the
in your
same way,
60s.
I don't think you ever really wanted to make an operating system, though, did you?
No, operating systems are really interesting. All my computing life, I've done things close to hardware. I'm not a hardware person per se, but I love exploring the interface between software and hardware. And I mean, when I started, that's the only way you could do things. I mean, you got a home PC.
He didn't want to make something big and serious like GNU.
Was my first one. And there were no abstraction layers.
Right.
If you wrote anything, you wrote it to the hardware. You made it make sounds. You made it print stuff to the screen.
There is a line in here where you say that if someone else had done it right, you wouldn't have felt the need to create Linux. Do you still feel that way?
Yes. Yes. I mean, I'm perfectly happy being lazy, and if somebody else does something better than I, why would...
I have so much fucking respect for Torvalds because you have so many. Like, Torvalds is someone who is actually really accomplished. You have all of these like 20-something LARPing like CEOs who are like grind set, grind set, grind set, and he's like, yeah, I kind of just here by happenstance. If someone else did it better, I wouldn't have even bothered. He's only in his 50s? Oh, I thought he was older. Oh, I think Stallman's a bit older. Yeah, because GNU was already established when he was in... when Torvalds was in university. Yeah, I think I might even think of Stallman.
Would I try to recreate that? I needed an operating system, and that's why I started doing it. But if it hadn't been an
And you didn't want
operating
to pay for
system, it
Minix.
would probably have been something else close to hardware.
Right. Speaking of hardware, maybe we should build a computer here for a second. Oh, our cooler. You've talked about this very briefly already, but to you, and this is another Linus thing in common. I love using computers. I hate hearing them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I love that Linus is still such a shill for Noctua. Noctua's not bad, but if you wanna go down a fun rabbit hole, look at all of the people who try to find every single cooler that is as good as Noctua that doesn't have the brand pricing of Noctua. One a lot of people have been recommending nowadays is the Silent Assassin. Because Noctua is great. The main problem with Noctua is their Noctua coolers are very expensive. Yes, the Hoctua cooler. This is like half the price and 90% of the way there. Maybe 95% of the way there. In some tests, actually slightly better. Like, there's a lot of arguments about what the best cooler is for, like, keeping shit quiet and cool.
we got you an NHU12S TR5-SP6.
Yes.
What a catchy name.
I know, they really have nailed down the engineering way of naming things. These guys are pure engineering all day, every day.
This may be very similar to what I have on my... Yep, that looks kind of similar. I mean, it's a heat sink. They all look the same.
It's a perfectly cromulent wheel. We didn't feel the need to reinvent it. While I'm installing this, you have said no, never with regards to water cooling.
I mean, that sounds stronger than I would have gone. I'm not interested in water cooling mainly because I feel it has the potential to be both less reliable than regular air cooling, and people have issues with it gurgling, which...
Yeah, that's actually fair. I wouldn't have thought of the gurgling problem. But if an air cooler dies, an air cooler dies. If a water cooler dies, it could die, or you could have a leak, right? Like, worst case scenario of an air cooler dying is your system overheats. Worst case scenario of a water cooler dying is you kill everything. And for most people, unless you're overclocking, the difference... like modern air coolers are fucking cracked. Like the difference really doesn't matter unless you're doing like high-end stuff.
I find to be a more annoying sound than like a nice big
Drone.
fan that just has a background whooshing sound.
That is very fair. How about the next time we do this,
Yep. I mean, you can prove me wrong.
I'll try you out. I'll try you out, because what's nice about water cooling is because you can get so much more surface area, you can run the fans barely spinning at all, and some of the pumps are really nice, and there's accessories that you can get to hook them up in tandem, so you get redundancy. It's like ECC.
But you
for
don't
your
get
cooling.
the redundancy for things growing in your cooling fluids and stuff like that.
He does
right?
watch our videos.
I've seen people with green stuff in there.
Or leaking on your entire server rack.
Listen.
That's bad too.
Listen.
Yes.
His whole server rack just covered.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
I
can
don't
still
want
try to
that.
convince you.
Exactly my fucking point. Now, it's less of a problem if you're doing like, if you're doing AIOs. If you're doing custom loops, yeah, you're like, just don't.
We're trying to get them back, man.
Yeah, way to go,
Linus pretending there's going to be a next time. Yeah.
Elijah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume this is a special see-through LTT Tech screwdriver.
You better believe it. What do you think? I just like seeing inside
Screwdriver.
technology and stuff.
Oh, nice ratcheting.
Our community wanted to know what you do to relax.
I read less
Scuba
than I
diving.
used to, but that's still what I do. These days, I mean, this is part of it. I just design pointless stuff. There's no pressure there. I actually don't think I have a very stressful life.
How much of that do you think is attitude, though? Because you do bring up that as the user base grew, you did feel more pressure.
Right. I mean, part of it is we have, I wouldn't say perfected, but almost perfected the workflow. We've used the same workflow for the kernel now for 20 years. And it's
Sure.
not just Git, it's the whole release
Yeah, yeah,
schedule,
yeah.
it's everything around it. And that means that when you know what's going on and you kind of, it's a predictable workflow, it's no big surprises. That's not stressful. And
Sure,
technical
sure.
problems are not stressful either, because technology you can fix, right? And we're good at that. The main source of stress for me tends to be people.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, man. I will never forget. I will never fucking forget what was said when Lena crashed out on the kernel. And then Torvalds was basically like, fuck off. Like, don't try to bring your, like, social brigading into the kernel. Or, with the Kent stuff, it's like, it's over a longer period. I think Kent, he kind of just treats like he treats like an animal. It's just like, do you get angry with a dog that constantly bites you? No, it's a dog. Let's just get rid of the dog. Asahi Lena, that's what I'm talking about. Back during the early Rust crash outs.
People I mean, I'm not a people person, famously, right?
NVIDIA, you.
And
Check DMs for Linus quote. Okay, what did Linus say? Oh god, okay. Sure, let's have a look at this. Okay, this needs to be fixed. Suggested fix, just use the sequential, I'm assuming that is, sequential printf interfaces which do the proper buffering and allow any size reads of various packetized data. Of course, it'll suggest that whoever was the genius who thought it was a good idea to read things one fucking byte at a time, with system calls with each byte should be the retroactively aborted line. Who the fuck does idiotic things like that? How did they not die as babies, considering that we're likely too stupid to find a tit to suck on? Linus, before he first got, like, told to take a holiday, was fucking crazy. This dude, like, modern Linus, he is nothing like he used to be back at this point, or even earlier. Like, this era of Linus, he is a fucking savage.
People are strange, and you can't fix people.
I think we're ready for the case. In which case?
I wish so badly that they had a Linux person talking to Torvalds right now who knew what he was talking about, knew some of the situations, knew the quotes, because fake Linus, he doesn't know. He has no idea. Maybe he's seen like random little things here and there, but he has no fucking idea what Linus has been like on the LKML.
That was terrible. Don't even give me a reaction for that. I deserve nothing. Elijah, want to hit us with one of our other community questions?
If you could start Linux development all over again, what would you do differently?
So
Let me guess. Before he starts, probably having the development structure in place from the beginning, because it was about 10 years until Git came in. 10, maybe a bit longer. About 10 or so years till Git came in. Before the LKML, they used like a different system. It was like they've changed that system already. So my guess is probably starting with the development structure he has.
there's two answers to that. One is, now that I know how hard it is, I would never have gotten started in the first place.
Fair.
Right? You need to have a certain amount of naivete to do something this...
Oh yeah, if he was starting it now in his 50s, no fucking way. When he started it in his 20s, you know, you're a cocky university student. He was arguing with tenured OS professors about how to build an operating system like 3 months into building the kernel. Right? Like, this was a guy who, yeah, he worked things out. He was building something great, but he didn't have like an established history at this point. He was just a cocky 20-something.
Big. The flip side of that answer is I would not do a thing differently because it worked so well and it's been such an enjoyable experience. I've been very lucky in my life. I was at a startup for 7 years.
He argued, he argued with Tannenbaum. Yeah, he was 22 when he was arguing with Tannenbaum, who was a tenured OS professor. Yeah, he wrote the textbook on building kernels that people were like, that was like one of the prime textbooks at the time.
And I never felt that I was the smartest person in the room. And I never want to feel that, right?
Right.
You want to be surrounded by people more competent than you, right? Because
Yes.
otherwise, what's the point?
What brought you here?
Well, sometimes it makes you feel good to be the smartest person in the room.
That's a burn on you too.
Still hysterical.
The license choice. I still stand by 100%. I love it.
That's probably something he would have changed from the start. Because originally he had a, let's see, the original, I don't know if they're going to show it. I don't think they're actually going to show it. The original Linux kernel license. Because the original license was it was a custom license that Linus made. And it was shit. Like actual just dog shit. It would not hold up in a court of law whatsoever. Yeah, here we go. So this kernel is copyright 1991 of Linus Torvalds, but all or part of it may be redistributed provided you do the following, which is already like real weird phrasing. Full source must be available and free, if not with a distribution, then at least on asking for it. This is kind of the reason he went with GPL v2. Copyright notices must be intact. In fact, if you distribute only parts of it, you may have to add copyrights as there aren't copyrights in all files. Again, that's such a weird, like, you've got to add in custom copyrights that should have been there. Like, that just, again, would not hold up in any court. Small partial excerpts may be copied without bothering with the copyright. This right here would be immediately challenged in court. Like, what is small? What are you allowed to use? But this part is the part that immediately would have killed the project if you wanted to make it serious, if you kept with it. You may not distribute this for a fee, not even handling costs. So at the start, he didn't want people to commercialize Linux. If that was the case, there wouldn't be a Linux operating system today. It just wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
The GPL version 2, I think it was the right license, and it still is the right license.
Now, this isn't one of our planned questions, but have you ever thought about how much people have profited from Linux? Do you have any idea?
No, but I have said that I feel very good about the fact that I now have 2 different projects that I started that both created billion-dollar companies.
Oh, I think billion is an understatement at this point.
Yes, but I mean, clearly people built billion-dollar companies on top of both of
Amazon.
big projects. And some people
Most of the web industry.
ask me, doesn't that make you feel bad? And I'm like, no, you're not getting it. That makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
Because that means that what I did was worthwhile and meaningful.
Yeah, this is the reason why Linus wanted to go GPL v2, not v3. This has actually been something that came up in earlier interviews. I think it might have been the interview where he said, fuck you, NVIDIA. People asked him, hey, why didn't you want to go GPL v3? Because of TiVoization. And he specifically said, TiVoization is a good thing. Like, he wants people to be able to do TiVoization. He wants people to be able to go and take the kernel and then, like, you know, actually build something with it, actually build a company around it.
Right.
Does it weird you out a little bit that the largest entity known for Git at this point, more broadly in terms of the user base, is owned by Microsoft?
It's strange in a historical context.
Younger Linus had a lot of words to say about GitHub.
Right?
But it's kind of funny at the same time.
Right?
And what I find even funnier is that, so it turns out these days, I think Microsoft makes more money of their cloud than they do of like Windows, which is like what I grew up with them being known
the Windows
for.
behemoth.
And it turns out the majority of the Microsoft cloud runs Linux. So we're friends, right? The rivalry took some more time, but that went away too, and I'm very happy with that.
Again, there's so many things. There's so many things I would have loved to hear Linus talk about here. Like Balmer, the Halloween papers. Like, there's so many things.
I mean, I think that depends who you ask. Now that Linux is coming in a big way for gaming, there are certainly people.
Wait, do you not know the Halloween? Oh my god, I did a video on this years ago. Man, there's so many just random, or the Halloween documents, sorry. There's so many things that, like, I know about Unix history. This was basically a series of internal Microsoft documents where they basically outlined a plan for how to crush Linux. These were published by Eric S. Raymond back in '98. Back then, they were fucking terrified of Linux. Because they knew that this was going to take over the like this new growing web space.
Microsoft, particularly in the Xbox division, who are feeling pretty combative and defensive about that. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm obviously not a gamer, so I don't see that part, but...
You did make some games.
Oh, very bad ones. Yes, no. But I mean, if you're a teenager and you're into computers, you will make a game. I mean, that's what you do.
What, didn't you make one, Linus?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, if you're competent and a teenager and into computers, you make a game.
There are different kinds of
sorry.
competency. I met a girl when I was a teenager.
Fair enough.
Now, you were pretty surprised to see that we had like a product.
Why is the table so high? He can barely even see in the fucking case.
Lineup, and that is a larger part of our business these days. But I pulled this out to open up a box, and I thought you might like it. This is actually made by another creator team, Evan and Caitlin. Slide up, there you go,
okay.
and then slide it back.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that cute?
I actually know who you were talking about because I
Really?
may not watch your.
What the heck?
Like every other YouTuber you mention, I know them, but
How is that even possible? We share a name.
I've seen your videos too. But you're talking about the guys or the couple who does like they do that pumpkin
the
thing
resin
every
pumpkin.
year. That's where I know them
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
So this is their product.
You could stab somebody with this, and you'd have fun doing it.
Would you prefer that or the samurai sword?
It's been
But it would take longer, yeah, with that.
Oh man. Oh. An off-the-record discussion with Torvalds would be crazy. This man clearly has a lot of things that he would like to say, but it's just like, what should I say on the record?
It's a very cool thing for me to see others in the creator space kind of parlaying what they learn, sort of doing things with. I see, and I know it's owned by Google, but I see YouTube as almost like an opening up of knowledge in the same way that open source is, that just was not available
Right,
before.
yeah.
And it's very cool to me to see people taking the knowledge they gain from this giant repository and just creating things. It's yeah, so I wanted to shout them out because I haven't actually talked about this yet. I bought one. They offered to give me one. I
That's
said,
cool
you
knife.
know what? That's so cool, I can't take it from you. I'll buy one. I guess this goes in here now. Elijah, do you want to hit us with another community question?
Was there ever a moment that you got so close to just walking away and being
There was a time he got forced to walk away. That was a fun time.
done with developing Linux?
No. I mean, there's been many moments where, like, I walk away and I just say that, hey, I'm
Done for
fed
the day.
up. It might be some technical problem that I've just been hitting my head against the wall, or it might be like just somebody who annoys me, and I'll walk away and I'll take a long.
Linus was forced. Yeah. So back during like the 20, I think it was like 20, it was like 2017, 2018. Linus this was like peak Linus toxicity. This was peak Linus being an angry boy. And he was basically forced to take a holiday during that situation.
Warm bath and read a book because I'm like, I need to relax. I need to just walk away from this. But it's always with the knowledge that, hey, tomorrow morning I'll be there, fresh as roses.
Who forced him?
Okay, we're gonna go
The Kernel leadership. That's who forced him.
a little deeper now. I do think that when you do things that are consequential, the other things can start to feel.
He has a boss. Like, he has a job that pays him. He is paid by the Linux Foundation. Like, he might be the head Linux guy, but he still has someone who's, like, actually paying him.
Inconsequential and therefore boring. Do you feel that if you reach the stage where you don't feel needed with Linux, that it'll be very difficult?
I hope not. I mean, I definitely don't want to be the guy who holds on to something. And I've always said that if
I don't know
somebody
actually,
better
like,
comes
who's
along,
the boss of the
I'll
foundation.
step aside, and I really hope that's true.
Okay, well, I wired up your bottom fans, and maybe now is a good time for us to talk about your case. So this, the Fractal Torrent, was chosen because it has two gigantor fans in the front. Scandinavian design, that's sort of what.
Will not go in.
Oh, this
Well, it will eventually.
is not on our scheduled questions, but cats or dogs?
Both. I don't count cats and dogs even as pets. They become family members.
Fair.
Dogs maybe even more so than cats.
I don't know if the right person to ask, but Linux Foundation certs, CKA, CKSA are on the Black Friday sale. I don't know if they're worth it. Need your take. Generally, when it comes to certs, get whatever the jobs that you're looking at ask for. Like, just grabbing random certs doesn't really have value unto itself. But if there's a specific, like, section of the industry you're trying to get into and they require those certs, then get those certs. If you just want to learn for the sake of learning, you can learn everything you want to learn from free things. But if you specifically need the certs for a job, then get them.
Even though I started out with cats. But then you have pets, like rats and gerbils and fish. Oh, fish aren't even pets. Fish are pests. I don't understand people who do aquariums.
But we're not judging.
No, I mean,
No,
you be
not,
you.
It's not a Linus thing to be judgmental.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
No, we've had everything. Rats were great.
I
had rats as a
heard
kid.
they're awesome.
They are. I mean, we.
Like
The biggest problem with the rats was that they only lived for 3 years, and that broke my daughter's heart. And she said, never again, because they don't live long enough to.
and they bond and they're so social.
They are very social.
Yep,
They're fun. They're nice creatures.
Did you know that Alberta, Canada is the only place on Earth, other than, I believe, the Antarctic continent, where there are no rats?
I think Canadians might be overly proud of this.
This is like a I'm surprised you brought this up. I watched a video on this not too long ago. There is like a big deep history on why they don't have rats there, and they like went as rats were like coming over in the 1800s. They went fucking hard with it and were like, we are gonna lock this down. We will eliminate every rat. They like really did not want rats in the area.
Because maybe it's because even rats don't want to live.
That's crazy.
Sorry. Yeah, you need to cut that out. But
Oh no, that's hilarious. I love it. I love it. See, what I was teeing myself up for was they were eradicated.
Yeah.
But his was better.
I like comp sci. I don't know if college is worth it though. I'll probably only be able to go if I get a bunch of grants as well. Yeah, I don't. It really depends on like how much you can afford. Because in Australia, it's really easy to go to university. Like getting a hex, like if you have a hex debt in Australia, that's like our loan system. You don't pay anything back until you make over 45,000. 43, somewhere in that range. In the US, like the equation's a bit different. I can't really tell you how that should work out for you.
Okay, I think our next order of business is power. We went very overkill.
oh, okay, I see that. 1600 watts.
That is the Prime TX 1600. Basically,
It's a big box, and it's gonna fit there.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. And what we liked about this was you like reliability,
Yep.
12-year warranty, and we both like silence. And because it's so efficient and rated for so much power, that fan is unlikely to ever even spin.
Very good. Yeah, no, power supplies matter.
Technically, because it's 1600 watts, it's going to run really inefficiently because of how much power you're using. Yeah, but if his goal is silence, then yeah, sure.
They may not be the sexiest part of a computer, but they do matter.
That's what I tell my wife about my power supply.
Wow.
I'm gonna switch spots with you. Whoa, which one's which now? Okay, I couldn't get him to do the I'd like to interject, but can you just stand there for a second and then just point at me?
Oh, you're gonna dub over this.
No. This is for the Spider-Man meme.
I don't do social media, so I don't do the memes.
The Spider-Mans point at each other and they're both Spider-Man. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It'll be great.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to actually build it. Elijah, save me! Hit me with a couple of rapid-fire questions.
Is it pronounced GIF or GIF?
Oh, it's GIF. No.
Wait, what did he say?
Is it pronounced GIF or GIF?
Oh, it's GIF. No.
Yes! Yes!
No, I'm kidding. It's GIF.
Good. Yep. Yeah.
actually got
who cares what the creator of GIF says? He's wrong.
This question, not this question, but somebody sent me an email asking me if Git is with a hard G or a soft G, like.
Linus knows a lot about hard letters, doesn't he? Linus knows Linus knows a lot about hard letters.
GIF.
Okay.
And I was like, don't even make that joke.
Okay, hit us with another one, Elijah.
You were talking about it
That
earlier,
joke.
walking away from Linux briefly. Well, what happens to Linux if you just die?
Wow.
What a weird way to ask.
I've actually this is something I've done a video on. It's actually a very interesting topic, looking at the leadership structure of the kernel.
That.
That's
Well,
what the community wanted to know.
The traditional question is actually if you get hit by a bus.
Oh,
The
okay.
implication is that I die, but
Okay, can we redo the take then?
No, you're stuck with it now. You asked Linus Torvalds that question. You have
didn't-
to live with that.
No, the community
Unless
did.
you just die.
Well, wait.
you know what? We have such a healthy development community. It's ridiculous. Most other open source projects have like a couple of people involved. If it's a healthy community.
Yeah, the kernel has too many people. Like, this is a problem that Greg has talked about in a number of interviews. The bottleneck for introducing patches into the kernel is they don't have enough people to review the patches. They have so much code every single release. Yes, yes, Linus's hard R incident. Yes, that one. Yeah. But like this is a problem that Greg specifically talked about. There's so many patches that have to get pushed back and like just can't be prioritized because people just don't have time to look at them.
They might have tens. We have 1,000 people involved in every single release, and we do releases every 9 months, every 9 weeks. If I fall down and die, or my plane crashes on the way back home from
Oh, I don't want to be responsible for that. Can you
Linux
imagine
will
the
be
headline?
fine.
This YouTuber Linus Sebastian, jealous of other more famous Linus Torvalds, so he took matters into his own hands. These fucking pictures. Which is your favorite LTT picture? Is it this one or is it headphone Linus? Both are phenomenal.
That would kill my reputation completely.
Well, but then you can do the intro with the
Headphone
swords
Linus.
and make it really impressive, right?
Oh, lordy.
I want to see headphone Linus now. Headphone Linus. Where's the picture? Yeah, there it is. The I'm quitting picture. I love it. I love it so much.
There can be only one, and I killed the other one. On the internet, nobody has good taste, so it would become a meme, I'm sure.
Is this you approving that we can do that then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I'm dead, I won't care.
Okay. Speaking of you're dead and won't be able to, I guess, consent to it.
What, necrophilia now?
No, it's not where I was going.
Okay, as I said earlier, I would love to hear this. I would love to hear Torvalds talk off the record because this dude is probably so fucking cooked. There's so much shit that he's not going to say on camera anymore. That is like, right there, you just saw the tip of the iceberg. If he's just gonna randomly say necrophilia, there is so much below the surface that he's just not gonna say.
Jesus!
That's not where I was going. I was going to go into the topic about AI and generative AI. Is it a bubble or is it a computing revolution?
I
Or
mean,
do you think
it's clearly both. Right, it's clearly a bubble. And at the same time, it's very interesting, and I think it will change society, and I think it will change how most skilled jobs get done. At the same time, I don't think it's as revolutionary as people make it out to be.
I want to specifically talk about AI with respect to coding, and particularly vibe coding. What are your thoughts on...
I'm pretty sure he knows the term. I don't know if he knows the term vibe coding. He's been asked about generative coding before.
on an AI model being trained on the work of real people, like in the artistic community, rightfully angry that the AI never would have been...
They're angry because no one wants to commission them. The artists that are making good art, people are commissioning the shit artists, though, on the other hand. Ooh, well, it put a lot of furry artists out of business.
able to do anything without the large-scale theft of work. So what is your take on that?
I'm like, that's reality. Deal with it. That genie is out of the bottle. You're not getting it back, and you're not getting it back whether you are a photographer who's out of work. those things are gone, right? Because you can fake pictures so much better now. Or you're a programmer that has to learn to deal with a new reality. I think actually on the programming side, we're in a fairly good spot. I really think that AI will be a tool and it will make...
Especially for code review. There are, in the kernel security team, they have like a what do you call it? Like a council, you might say. A council of security reviewers, and some of them use AI to review these security issues. Other people use different things, and basically they all like approach it in these different ways. And if they agree it's a vulnerability, then they mark it as a vulnerability.
People more productive. I think that vibe coding is great for getting into programming.
Learning, I think there's value there. But a lot of people have been using these tools as a way to replace their knowledge. So I don't agree. I do not agree with them here. And look, maybe I'll be wrong in the long term, but I just don't see how. I don't see how spending your time learning how to like prompt better is going to be productive for you.
To maintain, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I don't think programmers go away. You still want to have the people who know how to maintain the end result. I'm a huge believer in AI. I'm not a huge believer in the whole things going on around AI. I find the marketing and the market to be sick and twisted, and there is going to be a
random
crash,
bump,
and it's going to be ugly.
Not financial advice?
No financial advice.
Speaking of companies that are growing exponentially, we opted not for one of their GPUs.
Wow, what a segue. Again,
this...
To be fair, I have to say, I famously was not a huge fan of NVIDIA.
You. Yes, that was a thing.
The AI thing has actually made things so much better. Because it turns out NVIDIA cares about where the money comes from.
It turns out?
It turns out. That was always the case.
That was a big surprise for us
when...
Linuses. What you didn't choose was...
Yeah, as NVIDIA like, for all the lack of care they have about gaming, as they care more about AI, there is definitely more interest in better Linux support.
The classic Linux, which is a Radeon card, you specifically requested an Intel Arc, which is going to raise at least a few eyebrows into a shape like a Arc. Thanks, Elijah. You know what? Let's keep you. Let's put you on the boat with two of everything.
Oh, the Arc!
Yeah, let's go!
Wow, it never ends.
According to Wikipedia, back in 2006, a little outdated, it was estimated that your code was about 2% of the Linux kernel.
Oh, yeah.
If you had to guess now, or if you know, what percentage
Probably, he's probably gonna say like fucking 0.
would you say it is today?
The first version of Linux was like 10,000 lines. I'm sure I've written code since then, but there's been thousands of people involved, and what I do these days...
I think it's like 4 million lines of code in the kernel, something like that.
...is I don't write code. Sometimes I write code snippets and send them out as emails and saying something like this, in the hopes that somebody else will then write the final tested code and send it back to me.
Hey, that's another thing Linuses do, is send crappy, incomplete emails for other people to do the work.
Yeah, no, that's my life. Lines of code is not something you should ever attribute any
Brodie has a
importance.
blog? Do I have a blog? This is news to me. Do I have a blog? Do you mean the website that was going to be a blog? That I never made a blog? Because I just didn't feel like using it? The website is the soon-to-be blog that never became a blog.
Too.
Yeah.
So like when we have 5 million lines of code for hardware descriptions, they're actually generated from the literal hardware descriptions that AMD uses to to their cards.
What's more important is your Linus of codes. And we have one of those.
Shut up.
The funds,
Shut up.
the funds, they keep on coming.
There was a recent thing from a major tech company where developers were asked to say how many lines of code they wrote, and if it wasn't enough, they were terminated. And there was someone here that was extremely upset about that approach to measuring productivity because
Oh yeah,
it
no, you
means
shouldn't even be
nothing.
upset. At that point, that's just incompetence. Anybody who thinks that's a valid metric is too stupid to work at a tech company.
You do know who you just said that about, right?
No.
He was a prominent figure in the improved efficiency of the US government recently.
Oh, apparently I was spot on.
Is this up to your standards if I just kind of get these strapped down here? Then are we good? Is it Scandinavian enough?
No. I have somebody to blame. If somebody ever makes fun of my machine, I like, oh, I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, well, that's a lot of pressure.
Wow.
It was Linus's fault.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, did we DC? We back? No, not yet. Hello. We good? We Gucci? We Gucci gang?
Strap down here, then are we good? Is it Scandinavian enough?
No. I have somebody to blame. If somebody ever makes fun of my machine, I like, oh, I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, well, that's a lot of pressure.
It was Linus's fault.
Yeah, nice.
Damn, that didn't work.
You were traveling just before this trip. How often do you get to travel for your line of work?
Or have to.
Yeah, whoever wrote that question doesn't realize that it's not get to travel, it's a pain. 1 year, fairly early on, I was counting the days I was away from home, and
God.
I was away more than half the year. And that's
Jesus.
also the year I decided never again. And this was literally, this must have been 30 years ago. This is when I was still living in Finland. I don't enjoy traveling for work. These days, at least, I travel in business class so that if I do the long overseas ones, I can lay flat and try to sleep through flights. That makes it bearable, but it doesn't make it fun. I don't tend to enjoy big cities. I mean, some of them are interesting. I still enjoy going to Tokyo for some, I don't know why. Tokyo is one of those cities that,
Hey, let's go!
even as a big city, is actually,
It's got so much character.
yes, it does things differently.
So this question was supposed to transition us into saying, thank you so much for coming up here.
To the big city of Vancouver.
Well, no, but
Oh.
I was blown away when we arranged for this, and I was ready to move heaven and earth and bring everything to you, and you were just like, oh, yeah, well,
Not
no,
Adelaide. No one likes Adelaide.
I mean, I guess I'll just come up to you guys. That
Well, I
blew
mean,
my
that makes,
mind.
but it makes so much more sense. And honestly, as I told fake Linus here, I actually enjoy doing something different.
He compared this experience to a pre-Academy Awards dinner gala thing, as well as flying in a fighter jet.
Well, I didn't compare this to that.
You mentioned those things.
In the same sentence.
Yes. No, it is one of the things I have enjoyed as part of Linux, has been that I've been able to do things that most people don't get.
That's the bit. That's the funny bit. He did the funny bit.
Linux has been that I've been able to do things that most people don't get to do, right? And most
being a
people
YouTube
don't
video.
get to come and have fake Linus build a computer for them.
That's right.
So this is actually fun.
Sounds like, please don't sound like you have a gun to your head off camera.
No.
No, I love it. I love
And
it.
my mother told me
Honestly,
6, 7
that would be
die good.
that would be if we didn't still have a lot to do. That would be like the best final line of the video.
This was fun.
This is one people wanted.
Oh.
Linus or Linus?
So if you speak Swedish to me, it's Linus.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I did it. Oh shit. And he's gonna leave. That's okay. The video can be building 65% of a computer with Linus Torvalds.
When I moved to the US and started speaking English, I started saying Linus.
Even coming over here and interacting with English-speaking people, most of them don't know how to pronounce our name anyway. So if you have to correct them anyway.
Oh, but I don't want to correct them. Like,
Oh, I see.
I don't go by Torvalds because nobody can pronounce Torvalds. Don't even try. Right.
What, after I spoke such fluent Swedish? Before coming into this, did you know anything, or did you search anything about my personal Linux hijinks that I've experienced?
Yeah, well,
Why are the two columns open source and installed?
So I consciously did not search after. I mean, I've heard of you. I made fun of the fact that I knew all the other
heard of
YouTubers.
you.
But yes, I knew of you and I'd seen videos of you. But at the same time, I did not want to come in here having researched the hardware or researched you.
I have accidentally deleted my entire GUI without realizing what I was doing. That was something.
I've done that.
And I have to type, yes, do as
he was so stupid for this. He was so fucking stupid for this. Just fucking search. Just do a search, you moron.
I say in order to
When he was recording this video, this bug was already known by Pop OS.
install it. And maybe it will install and launch now. What is the point of having a... Oh. I managed to completely brick an install, trying to do something as simple as install Steam. What are you talking about? I've done nothing with this other than install that hard info thing. How did this line up with your expectations for today?
I didn't really have a lot of expectations. I'm not saying the expectations were low. I'm saying they were non-existent.
Oh, no, it was a catastrophic bug. Yeah, no, it should have been dealt with, like... It was known weeks before that video came out. They should have dealt with it way sooner.
It's like, I didn't know
which is much
what
better.
to expect. Right. You're a groundbreaking YouTuber. That's what the message here is. You are changing the world.
That's a great soundbite. Let's just do the whole video with just that. See?
Yeah.
Okay, so
15 seconds.
So this is basically on you now, because if you give a reporter a soundbite like that, obviously they're going to cut all the rest of the part where they say they had literally zero expectations of you.
Maybe that's why there's so little video of me, because people decided, yep, we're better off without this.
Do you want to do the honors? Here we go. Don't miss it. You missed it. There's a fan rubbing. Elijah!
You closed the side panel, sir.
Wait, are we not addressing the ProArt monitor? Wait, we're not addressing the ProArt monitor?
I cursed it when I closed.
Why the fuck does he have a ProArt monitor? This dude, like, compiles the kernel.
Closed the side panel. I knew it.
That's that gentle whooshing sound you asked for, right?
No. It's like a cat purring in your lap.
When we tested it, it was not making that sound, so I am blaming you building it.
Wait, I see it.
It is the fan cave.
It fell out of the little cable management groove.
No, it's a great screen, and like it's there's no issue with it. I'm just so confused why they gave him a fucking insane monitor for someone who's just not gonna use it.
Everything is fine. Everything is saved. 64 gigs of RAM, all showing up. That's a good sign.
Wow, that's like $3,000 right now.
That means all of our pads are contacting the pins in the motherboard socket.
Okay, try with the XMP profile enabled. Just try it. See. Yeah, you were.
Living on the wild side. Hit us with a rapid fire question.
This one on our Reddit got almost 100 upvotes. What do you prefer? Xbox, PlayStation,
The man doesn't play fucking video games.
or Nintendo Switch?
We don't have an Xbox. We do have a PlayStation. I don't think it's been turned on in a year.
Wow.
Because it gets turned on for Christmas when the kids come back to town. And
He's a grandpa that has a console for his grandkids. Or his kids. I don't know. Kids or grandkids. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
they play whatever they play, Little Big Planet and something else.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
We had a Nintendo. I think we had the Wii U. The odd one, right? The one that...
Yeah, that'd be the Wii U.
Yeah. And to be fair, I've played games too. What's the shoot the dinosaurs game?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I actually like that a lot.
What is okay? Can somebody explain to me? Like, this game is a fucking psyop. No one in the world has played Horizon Zero Dawn. Somehow, it's just a thing that YouTubers and people on YouTube, like, this is a fucking psyop. No one likes this. Like, who the fuck has played this game? I don't understand.
Here's something cool. Horizon Zero Dawn was the first game I played all the way through on Linux.
Oh, it works on Linux now.
Sure does.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's go.
Ooh, grub.
Nobody does the test the media. That takes forever.
These are the real tech tips. The real Linus tech tips right here. Let's go. Do you want to install Fedora? Fedora is still your distro of choice?
No, I mean, I can do the heavy lifting and press that button. Thank you.
Well, I would hate to, step on your Linux
So
installation. I'd hate
this
to ruin it.
is presumably a newer version than whatever I installed last time.
Why Fedora?
They've been very closely aligned to kernel developers. They made things easier, like Ubuntu
Yeah, they don't really add much in the way of patches.
very much wanted to be like a consumer-oriented thing. And in the process, when I tried it many, many years ago, they literally made it hard for me to upgrade the kernel because that was not their target audience. So I said, yeah, this is not for me.
He's probably been using GNOME for the past 30 years. Right. He's not a racer. He probably doesn't even... You know what? I bet he doesn't even change his wallpaper. He's probably been using GNOME for 30 years, and it's like, it works.
Me, clearly, by design. And at the same time, there are the really tech-oriented ones where,
By the way.
by the way,
Yeah.
really?
It's a
thing.
It's a meme.
Oh,
They'll get it.
They'll get it.
they'll get it. I don't. Where you compile your own everything, you compile your own distro.
Oh, we're talking about Gen 2.
And again, that was not geared for me because I don't care about anything else than the kernel. So the only thing I want to compile is my own kernel. So I want a distro that just installs and just works, and the only thing I will replace is actually the kernel.
Follow-up question to that then that was on the Reddit was, do you think that the advantage of having a million different distros out there is also a disadvantage for Linux because there's so many options out there?
Right, I mean, I think the fragmentation has been a
Do you know what I love? I love all the people who are like, Linux is just the kernel. It's not the operating system. He's never addressed it. Not a single time has he said that Linux is just the kernel.
huge disadvantage over the years. If you're a commercial software developer, you don't have one target, you have multiple targets. And it's clearly held things back. At the same time, I mean, having the wild, wild west kind of thing has its own advantages. And I think the open source community has worked very well in this environment. It just hasn't worked for everybody. I think all the major distros are very aware that it's a problem, and they would want to have a more unified
it's just who's gonna be the unification.
But at the same time, they all want that unified distribution to be their unified distribution. So
anytime the topic of I want to set up a Linux computer comes up, what should I pick? And I don't think you could find two people that will ever give the same answer.
Immediate flame war.
It immediately becomes an argument. So
I think it's part of the open source history too.
Anything take here? We use only BusyBox and Muscle and Linux at Work, so we're fully GNU free. That's cool.
We've had flame wars over editors. Those kind of died out. You have to have something that you believe passionately.
So now that you've said Fedora, though, this is the only one that anyone's ever allowed to install again, right?
Right. Now, when I'm emperor and king of the world,
It will be Fedora.
that will be.
Should we figure out this install thing?
We can try flashing another drive if you want.
I do think that maybe that is updating.
I just can't tell if it's moving.
So then what I'll let you do is
Yeah, do you want to show us how it's done here?
please,
It's your operating system.
by all means.
This has never been more true than right now in this moment.
Well, let's. 43 live ISO sounds about right. I also don't know how to flash that image under Windows, so
Okay, under Windows.
Okay.
you're on your own
Okay,
there.
we'll use-
I did the hard
We have 3 people who have no idea how to install a distro.
lifting here by
Are you okay.
pressing the download
That's
button.
a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
What's your #1 tech tip that you give people?
I don't give people tech tips because, I mean, I sit in my office
Based?
reading email, and if
Based?
somebody asks me over email for tech tips, I won't answer that. I mean, that's not the kind of questions
Do you
I
think they're
feel.
emailing the wrong guy?
Yeah,
You can forward it to me if you want.
yeah, right.
Install Fedora. Boom.
Oh, what the fuck is...
You can forward it to me if
What
you
is wrong with
want.
your capture?
Right.
Install.
Okay, there is something very wrong with the capture card. Do they have HDR enabled? No, if they had HDR enabled, it would be... The capture would probably look more washed out. How the fuck did they do this? What did you do to the capture?
Fedora. Boom.
He crazy as a fox.
Wow. To be fair, the other Linus did touch it in between. So I think that
Probably cured it.
Yeah.
Well,
you encrypt your disk?
I will encrypt, but not this time around.
Got it. Right.
Yeah.
I should keep this drive, because then I might have a Linux install that isn't cursed. I can't believe it took me this long to work up the courage to ask. I can't believe you responded in like 15 minutes, or whatever it was.
Well, that's actually a rule for me.
Really?
I either respond almost immediately or you won't get a response at all.
Wow.
I don't leave stuff in my compost pile of a mailbox.
That's something you guys don't have in common.
No, I use my inbox as like a never-ending garbage to-do list. I like that a lot. Okay. How do you do it? Location services on or off?
I'm okay. So my approach to privacy has been that I'm so public that the more I can poison that well, the better off I am. Don't try to be worried about something. Just give it all out and be so uninteresting that
Not
nobody
based.
cares.
What would be some of the
Unbased.
first things that you would set up?
I have my own background, which is not quite as cartoonish as this. It's just a photo I took, a nighttime photo.
Is there any chance that we could get that background to share with people? Oh, you don't have to. There's no pressure or anything. But
I probably have it on my phone.
What is
I
this
can
phone? What
send
is
it
that?
to somebody.
and then if anyone wants to get the official Linus desktop wallpaper,
Do you have Android phones so that you get full resolution photos?
you better believe it.
Okay.
So that was one of the questions,
Pixel?
was iPhone or Android, and is there like because it's has Linux as its backbone philosophical approach to choosing?
I mean,
or-
obviously part of it. Yeah, no. Part of it is also I got free phones for a while. People send me stuff.
That's something we have in common.
Yeah. So.
Brodie used that
and Apple never
crunchy
sent me a free
wallpaper.
phone for some strange reason.
We have that in common too. Apple doesn't like me.
Oh, okay.
We had one final question for you.
Has mainstream acceptance of Linux become more important to you? Or is it enough that everyone's using it whether they know it or not?
I actually don't even care. The whole enough that they use it, I don't care. I care deeply about users in the sense that a project that doesn't have users is pointless.
Sure.
Right? So users do give any project, and my projects in particular, then meaning in that sense. But at the same time, if you don't use Linux, that's, again, your bad choice. I don't. That's not on me. As long as there are enough users that what I do is meaningful and not just some mental masturbation, I'm fine.
And you know what I won't feel bad if you don't use? This product or service from our sponsor.
What a segue!
This has got all the apps you need. No. There will be no Songs of Odoo, the all-in-one business app subscription. Tell me, Where are the others? We have ways of making you talk.
Sing.
No, wait. No. How are you doing that?
Time for this songbird to fly.
Wait. No!
This acting, man. Odoo sucks. What is Odoo?
Odoo's got all your business apps. Save money and time, yeah, they'll plug the gaps. I'm talking about sales, inventory, and scheduling, and a million other benefits that Odoo brings. So if you think about time you'll spend,
CRM.
when subscription hell will end, realize that there's one way through, and all in one solution, yes, it's true. Listen when I say that all you gotta do is Odoo.
This was amazing. This vastly exceeded my expectations. This was so cool. Thank you
I think I came up with
so much on behalf of me, my team, the audience. I think you guys leave some love down in the comments below, please.
I mean, this was odd for me. I've enjoyed it. Let's hope I enjoy it after I read the comments too.
Yeah, be nice. Be nice, you guys.
I do have to say, I mean, one of the things, having done this for 35 plus years, you learn to have a thick skin. I probably had a thick skin to begin with, but I get a lot of hate too. I mean, you said I'm universally loved. No.
Yeah, you want to talk about getting a lot of hate? Yeah.
Well,
there is speaking of, we're going back like an hour now. Speaking of Mastodon, there is a lot of people that don't like how Linus operates on the kernel.
what I meant is, throughout the universe, there are people that love you.
Yeah.
Not that all of them do.
If you search the whole universe, you are bound to find somebody.
That was a video. That was certainly a video. Back-end Linus and front-end Linus. I wonder, well, yeah, about AI art, maybe. There's like fucking 15,000 comments. Bro is the pseudo. Lifetime achievement unlocked. Oh, it's Jeff. Only thing missing that I really wanted to see, how fast does the kernel compile? Yes! Why did they not do a kernel compilation in the video? Like, surely they could have just, like, git cloned the kernel and built it and just see how long it would have taken. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, next week is going to be a Silk Song. We still have an hour of this stream left, though. There's still Gen 2 on the machine, for sure, for sure. I'm going to be back in just a moment, and then we'll, I guess, check out, like, one or two more things after this.